Hello everyone. Been a while since I made a vlog. I think it's been about 3 months. We've actually been getting pretty crappy weather here. You know, the snow isn't too bad, but it's the all the sand and gravel. Like, I don't know if you can see that on the road right in front of me there. You know, whenever the ice and slush melts, then we have all the sand and gravel and crap from the plow trucks. And they always seem to gather up on corners. So even though the street looks nice, it's always at a right turn, wherever you want to lean in on a corner. So that's where a lot of motorcycles wipe out. So I don't know if you can see all the sand right here. It's kind of on each side, more on the left, but yeah, it kind of sucks. Makes motorcycle riding more exciting, I guess. Okay, so trying to think of something to talk about. I do have some more advice for all the noobs getting into motorcycles. Let's see, it's January now, so we're getting into springtime, so there's going to be a new crop of new people wanting to get into motorcycles, which is cool. And seems like about the first thing, piece of equipment or safety gear everybody goes after, which they should, is a helmet. And people are always asking, well, what type should I get? Is it the more expensive, the better? And I think from the 2 years I've been reading on motorcycle forums, and from what I've gathered, I think the more expensive helmet you get, you're going to get more creature comforts. You're not really going to get more safety features. Just off the top of my head, I would say, just get a good one that's, a reputable manufacturer that all the stores sell. You go into a store, check them out for yourself, then decide to buy one on online or whatever, however you want to buy it. But get one that's got at least the DOT stickers on them that are rated for DOT, and I think Snell is something else. If you look up the actual definition of them, what they are, I know they're not quite exactly what we assume them to be, but as long as you get one from a good quality manufacturer, I think you're okay. And let's see, there's another point I was going to make. Oh yeah, so if you're going to buy one from a store, I know the people at the stores will be pretty helpful. They'll answer all your questions. I've only seen one motorcycle store in town where they had the stupid philosophy of the more you pay, the better helmet you get, and I do disagree with that. I think the more expensive is not going to give you a safer helmet. Maybe a little bit, but I think when you're paying and getting into a really expensive helmets, you're paying more for the overall comfort of it. How comfortable is it? I mean, you could try it on in the showroom for like 30 seconds, but it doesn't give you an idea of what it's going to be like to ride that thing for 3 hours straight without taking it off. So I think the more expensive ones, you're going to get a more comfortable helmet, probably lighter weight. And the people that have more experience riding bikes will flat out say, the lighter weight helmets, the easier it is, soreness and stiffness, and the better it is for a longer ride, having less weight on your head, less strain on your neck muscles. So that might be worth it if you're going to do more long distance riding on it. And the other one I think would be wind noise. I think the cheaper the helmet, the more wind noise you're going to get. So I think those are the 3 advantages to buying a more expensive helmet. It's just the creature comforts, not necessarily buying more safety. There's a lot of people that flat out say, hey, it's my skull, it's my brain, money's no object, I'm going to get the best one available. If it costs X amount of money, I'll buy it. Hey, that's their decision. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. It's their head, their choice. I'm just glad they're getting a helmet and wearing it. Okay, so trying to think of what else on the helmet. Oh yeah, so buying a helmet. I think there's 3 ways you can go about buying one. One would be in a local motorcycle shop. And I just got way too close to that car, more than I normally do. You can go to a store, try them on. And one quick note I want to make is, you know, what size to get. You want to get something that's going to really fit snug when you try it on for the first time. If you search on YouTube, I don't know what the title is. I'll try to see if I can find it and post a link. But there's a YouTube video of Jay Leno from The Tonight Show talking with I think the Ari company, motorcycle helmet company, Ari, and he's talking about how to properly fit and choose which size motorcycle helmet to get. So that's actually pretty instructive, and they're saying, you know, you need to get it a little tighter than what would feel comfortable trying it on in the show, but nothing too tight that's going to leave dents in your forehead or anything like that. But you know, the inside cushioning will soften up a little bit over time. And I kind of agree. I do agree with that. The first helmet I bought, it did loosen up a little bit over time, and I'm thinking, well, crud, if I knew it was going to loosen up this much, I probably would have bought one size smaller. But then I went to the store and tried one on the size smaller, and there's like no way I could even put it on. So, you know, who knows? And different manufacturers, you know, what their medium and large is going to be different than a different manufacturer. So, and even the model of the helmets might be a little different. So, you almost really need to try them on, know the exact make and model of the helmet you want to get, and try it on. And if you decide to buy it at a local shop, okay, that's one way. The second way is there's quite a few internet shops, motorcycle shops. You see them advertised in all the motorcycle magazines, and that's where I bought a couple of mine from. You know, go to the local store, try them on, and it's like, well, you want X amount for this, and their internet store is willing to sell it for $80 less. You know, yeah, I'd like to support the local business, but you know, what has that store done for me that I need to shell another $80 out for them? So, you know, sorry, I'm going to go with the cheaper price. Just the way it is. If I had money to throw around, I'd have a garage with 120 Corvettes in it. As it is, I only have 100 Corvettes in my garage. Okay. So the third place to buy a motorcycle helmet, and this is where you really have to be careful, is off of eBay. Now, eBay, what you have to be careful on is I would not suggest buying a used helmet, whether it's used on Craigslist or pretty much everything I found on Craigslist is all used, and I would not buy one or recommend it. But on eBay, you need to be careful. You know, check out who you're buying from. Are you just buying from like Joe Smith with a rating of 27, who doesn't sell any motorcycle gear? He's just clearing out his, you know, his garage because his girlfriend is making him sell. So he's selling you a like new helmet, you know, perfect condition. You know, you don't know what's happened to it. For example, my helmet that I was in my motorcycle crash with, you know, I didn't skid or anything. It was just a straight impact. So if you were to look at the helmet, you wouldn't see any damages or scratches on it. You'd think, okay, this thing's good to go. But no, I'm sure with I felt the impact, so I know how hard I hit. I know the safety's compromised on that. You know, a bird could shit on that thing and it could probably crack it and fall apart. That's how compromised it is. So you just don't know buying used. So I'm gonna say, if you're gonna buy from eBay, buy from a motorcycle store that's selling on eBay. Quite a few of them, you know, they'll be on, you know, they should be honest about it. They'll say, okay, this is a new model, you know, new with tags, you know, as long as it's got the manufacturer tags still attached to the straps and the protective thing on the visor, and it comes with the box. You know, I don't know about all manufacturers, but I know the ones I buy from, if you lift some of the internal cushion pieces, it will give a manufacturer date. You know, at least the month and the year it was left the factory finished. And I think they say a shelf life is you don't really want to get anything older than 5 years old. That's just from what I've heard. And, so if you see one on eBay and it's from a motorcycle store, you know, unless they have like, you know, 6 available, if it's a one and only one, you can, you know, it shouldn't hurt to ask them to say, hey, would you mind lifting up the internal cushions in? Yeah, I'm just sitting in the middle of this intersection. I was not paying attention. Duh. I could always lane split if I have to. You can always ask them, just say, hey, lift up the cushions and give me a manufacturer data. I'd like to know how old this is, and just do you have any inventory records? You know, how long has this helmet been there? For example, I did buy one on eBay from a motorcycle shop, and you know, it was an older discontinued model, so I just flat out said, would you mind, you know, telling me what does the sticker say? When was it made? You know, how long have you had it? And it turned out it was 3 years old, and they said they had it in their system for, they were guessing, at least 2.5 years, and they said it was a display model. Now, at least with the display model at a motorcycle shop, if you've ever been to one, you know they always have those signs up that say, you know, you drop it, you buy it, and they're pretty strict on that. So if it was dropped and they didn't know it, I think that would be pretty rare. So I decided to pass on that one since it had been a display for, you know, they said at least 2 years. You just don't know what's happened, you know, because people could be fiddling with it. So I think that's about all I have to say on that. Just helping out the new people looking for a helmet. I'll try to post that link to that Jay Leno video. That one's very informative. Ooh, big word. Okay. Alright, that's all. It's good to vlog again. Hope everybody's having fun out there. Later.